My name is Nurliza binti Ab Halim. I am currently a PhD student in Azlan Shah, located in Kuala Kangsar, Perak. And currently, I am also serve as a government officer in College Community Kuala Kangsar. So today I would like to present my topic that this is my original work. This actually is a concept paper that I have written almost a month. So this idea came from my personal experience as a educator, and at the same time I am also doing or serve as a industrial collaborators between my institution and industry. So I see that we have some loopholes in the education system by which if we give added value to this education system, it will benefit the system itself. So my topic is about developing Islamic-Compliance TVET education framework of Malaysia's community college in line with Industrial Revolution 4.0. So I move further to my slide. For the abstract, the 21st century education sector actually has taken steps to transform teaching training towards Industrial Revolution 4.0. Education is seen to be more modern and advanced in line with being the main driving force in producing human capital that meets holistic characteristics and has ethical values and is able to deal with modern challenges. The importance of the role of teachers, especially from the support sector such as Islamic education and also another sector like English education, should be emphasized for the continuity of this field in the technical and vocational education training TVET industry. So in this concept paper, emphasize on the importance, and also I put some justification about the emphasis of giving the Islamic education sector more highlight in TVET education system, so that it is hoped that this idea would enrich the quality of the graduates and giving added value to them after they go to industry. So my research objective is three. Number one, to understand in depth the idea of Islamic compliance in TVET education in Malaysia higher education institution. Number two, to explore the factors that can contribute to the development of ICTVET education. Okay. In Malaysia. Number two, to explore the factors that can contribute to the development of ICTVET education in Malaysia. Number three is to develop an ICTVET education framework in line with industrial education in community college in Malaysia. So my problem statement is TVET institution in Malaysia comprise of 30% of labor workforce in Malaysia by 2020. So its strategy is to produce, there are 6 core elements in strategic planning of Jabatan Pendidikan Politeknik. Jabatan Pendidikan Politeknik is the caretaker of TVET education system in Malaysia. We have 3 actually, MTUN. Under TVET education system, we have 3, MTUN, Polytechnic and College Community. So these TVET sectors, this TVET education system aim at producing graduate with holistic characteristic. So one of these institution I would break down in detail is JPPKK, Jabatan Pendidikan Politeknik. So part of their strategic planning, they have 6 strategic planning, but one of them is to enhance the capacity of its staff. So what I see is that it's strategic to produce effective staff through comprehensive long-term talent development programs. So various studies address that the implementation of Islamic teaching in education can give added value to the quality of students and industries in Malaysia. A new conceptual framework is assumed to be intended as a guidance for the creation of effective TVET Islamic compliance in community college in Malaysia. So as we looking back at the implementation of Islamic education or Islamic value in Malaysia, we have seen many influence of Islamic or many idea or implementation of Islamic values such as in financial system, banking system. So when we put in Islamic value in their system, they give more added value to the industry itself. So many people are looking for Islamic banking system. So the idea of having Islamic banking system, that is how I see it can be implemented also in TVET education system, which is we can improve more, enhance more the capability or the capacity of our Islamic educators in TVET so that it can give values to the students when they graduate soon. So background of the study, I have read several ideas about TVET education system. So I would quote some of the ideas is that there are many findings about 21st century education system. So part of that is that educational institution offering technical education should take full advantage of the complexities of the workplace to produce graduates of technical education who will be able to fit and excel in the world of work of the 21st century. Number two, educational institutions that offer professional education programs may include the workplace of the 21st century in the planning and review of their curricula. And number three, the workplace should make a meaningful contribution to technical education programs by supporting the school infrastructure needs, providing grants and technical support for technical education research and development. So I would like highlight the third part is to support, to give support and to give more facilities and to add some more technical support, providing grants and any education that related to enhancing the capacity of its staff. So by having this support, it is hoped that the 21st education, the 21st century education cycle will be improved more. Of the study, so in this study actually it will see some of the models that has been implemented in the industry, such as the TPEC model for TVET science education and the TAWOK model for TVET education in the social sciences. So what I would like to add for this paper is to have the idea of Islamic compliance in TVET education system. So these are the diagram of how TVET education system works. So it contains of personal traits and professionalism, teaching, learning and training and skill and technical and innovation. This is how TVET education system works. So this what the Islamic values can tackle further. So limitation of the study. This study would be only around higher education system. It will not touch on the universities level or any other higher institution learning from the private sectors and so on. So this is very limited scope. So hopefully it will give first it will give a conceptual framework and then it will develop more. Okay, so we move to the next point, review of related literature. I have read several, many journals related to TVET education system, but I don't see any research that related to the content of Islamic value itself. Why? I can say that not many research has been done, not many research has been done, but in terms of problem statement, you can see that one research can be done because of three reasons. The first one is because of we are looking for any lacking in the existing research, or number two, we want to improve more any existing materials or any existing research that has been done to make some innovation of the research. Or number three, we maybe just want to give added value to the quality of the existing research. So my point is that I want to give more added value to the existing research. So there are many related literatures, but I will only highlight 4 of them. So from this research, number 1 says that TVET teacher competence is one of the main factors affecting the standard of TVET graduates and the TVET system. So literature number 2 suggests that TVET teachers should be trained by local policymakers and TVET higher education institution to equip those educators with competency elements which are necessary and specific to TVET. And number 3, set up a discussion forum for enhancing the standard of technical and vocational education and training. Emphasis was on establishing and implementing an international master degree program in TVET teacher and trainer education. And number 4, specialization is crucial for TVET teachers to remain updated with the current development of technology. Okay, so these are related literature, but I can say that there are many more literature that can justify my study. So methods, basically qualitative method, which I will be doing a interview such as academicians, industries and alumni. So my project timeline is that from phase 1, which is now, I'm writing a concept paper. So phase 2, I will be moving on to designing a research question. So phase number 3 is I will be getting a collection of data, and phase number 4 is to produce a conceptual framework that can benefit to the industry. So my data collection methods is number 1 to do survey, number 2 is doing interview, and number 3 is getting down deeper to make an experiments interviews with the industries, academicians and our graduates to see their feedback. Okay, so justification and significance of my study is that the first one, Polytechnic and Community College aim to be the leading leaders of TVET institution to generate a general and holistic entrepreneurial and balanced human being. So the graduates cannot come from itself. It must be come from the top what we call as from upper. So from upper is the educators itself. So educators must getting support from the top management as well, which is the HQ or headquarters. So number 2, in order to enrich talent, it is necessary to look at the overall need for talent development, both in terms of technical and support areas. So what I see is that there are many programs, many technical support for the technical areas, but for support areas such as for those who are teaching Islamic and English sections are being given little chance to improve further their capability. So I see that there will be it will make loopholes in terms of the parallel of these technical and support areas to go together. It will give some loopholes. So highlight number 3 is I am expected that this research can contribute in the future to small sections of strategic planning, especially with regard to the future of Islamic educators in TVET education sectors. So last 5 minutes of my my part is that significance. So my study is very important, okay, to give a new added value to the industry, to develop a new conceptual framework, to give some new dimension of the whole of the education system in Malaysia. So as a conclusion, I would like to say that my study would highlight a response on how to develop the ICT-TVET education in Malaysia Community College, and I would like to get a new understanding of the problem. So This current research will discuss all of those features in the sense of TVET Islamic educators at community college in Malaysia in order to respond to the study's main objective. So it is hoped that the outcome of this research will contribute to the creation of professional growth among Islamic-based educators at community college in Malaysia. So overall, that is my idea of this concept paper. So I am much thank you for your time for listening to my presentation.